Hey guys, Bordersdude here, or Blackjack UK in the forums. Today I'm going to do a review on this little chap. That is Cyberverse Legion's class Cliffjumper. Before I get on with the review, I'd just like to say a big thanks to my new subscribers who found me via the Getting to Know a Transformers Fan video, which was nice, and I always like to get new subscribers, and I do subscribe back, and I'm enjoying watching your videos guys, so do keep up the good work. And a big thanks to Kal-El Prime for starting off the whole Getting to Know a Transformers Fan reboot. So, Legion's class Cliffjumper. Now before I get on to him, I'll just briefly look at his weapon, which is the knife gun blade. Now you either get this with the Legion class figures, at least the Autobots, or the double barrel twin blaster. Ratchet comes with this, and RC and Bumblebee come with the twin blasters. They're pretty generic weapons, but considering the size of the figure, I'm surprised you actually get one with them at all. So, onto the main event, Cliffjumper. Yeah, there's quite a lot going on in this figure, given his size. There's 6 ball joints, which is quite surprising. Quite surprising they were given that, or been allowed to be given that to the size of the figure, given budget restraints and what have you. But it certainly helps him with his posing. I'm not going to go into posability options because you know me, I don't really talk about that too much. It's just because it's quite relevant to this figure and also quite surprising. He's got a nice little head sculpt that's quite lovely, and nice little horns. I think they made the horns the right size rather than making them any bigger than that, because I think it would just look silly given the size of his head. It certainly keeps him in proportion with the rest of his body. He has some paint apps. They're quite small number of paint apps I should say. You've got them. He's got the little Autobot logo on his chest there, as well as a little silver line, a little strange detail in there. And you'll see they're actually his back window grills, and silver for his tail lights. You'll see more when I've transformed him into his alt mode. So he's quite easy to transform. The only little tricky bit on this figure is remembering which way these arms fold in now, because usually when I film reviews I tend to screw this up. There's always a way, but it seems to be a case of you twist the arm and fold it in. So let's see if I've done that right. I've just done it by accident there. Nope, I was right. So there's his arms folded in. Again, I do like these transformers because they're just that easy to transform, and you've not got little pernickety things to remember like you do in the deluxes. I'm not saying I don't like the deluxes, but for the moment I'm just collecting the Cyberverse class and, oops, took off his leg, and the Legion class figures. But not all the Legion class figures, at least in wave 2, because I don't really want the repaints and movie line figures mixed in with the Prime figures. Apart from Evac, I'm quite looking forward to him, and I think it's Breakdown. That's going to be the Decepticon in that wave. So here he is in his alt mode. It's a Mustang, pretty much. Probably one of the older models of a Mustang, or it's Mustang-like, Mustang-esque. Let's give it a second to focus. Hopefully it has focused. So you can see a little detailing for his headlights, and he's got the little horn there. Again, just small enough, not too small, just small enough. And the grille now forms at the back to make it look quite lovely. His plastic wheels roll quite well, and overall the alt mode holds together quite well, and it just looks really nice. The paint on it's quite nice as well. Yes, it's just quite an awesome little car. You do have his weapon, his weapon can stick on a port up at the top or at each side. I know the screenshots or the actual official photography shows his weapon sticking up like that, but I don't like it like that. I prefer it like that if I have to have it on. I could do without really. either or. But it's nice they gave you that option to actually store the weapons so you don't lose them. For the Legion class figures, this guy is the highlight of the line. Just the fact he's got so much going on for such a little robot, or a little figure. RC comes a close second. I quite like that figure, which I may do a review of soon. Anyway, that's been my review of this little guy, Legion class Cliffjumper. I do recommend you buy. I do recommend you buy him, and I will see you next time.